So there was sexual behavior between you.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. It was kind of tricky.
Tricky indeed. Well, FTN Baby is back in headlines for a few reasons. Let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute or get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. All right, you guys. So you guys know that I did a particular video when it comes to FTN Baby a while back. She did an interview with Tasha K that I was not really too enthused about, not taking in defense of her story or anything like that. But the thing is that I stand on this, okay? My only issue with the interview was the simple fact of the matter that sexual abuse is nothing to snark at. It's nothing to play with. It's nothing to glean lightly into, if you will, right? And so I just didn't like the fact of the matter that here it is, this girl that you clearly see, okay, it's a kind of disturbed, okay? Not to say she's like, you know, special or nothing like that, but kind of has some emotional issues, right? And me as a human being alone, just a human being alone, aside from a woman and all this stuff like that, me being a human being alone, I'm going to vet her a little bit more and assess the situation and know that maybe emotionally this is not the place that she needs to be, especially knowing the fact of the matter that she's seen in the past some discrepancies that I had with her story, her allegations, or whatever the case may be, which we all know that we saw TK interview Doodie or whatever prior to. And so we know her feelings. Me personally, because I have a biased perspective, which we can clearly see that Tasha K did, I wouldn't even invited her on for an interview. Like, let's just be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your bias is going to come out one way or another, right? But I digress, okay? So I had some discrepancies with the interview in itself, not with the whole allegations and stuff like that. Now, my issue with the allegations is that I feel like that's nothing to play with. And, you know, I wouldn't bite at that story. But I digress, not for nothing, okay? FTN Babe was just dragged through the media streets, okay? Not for nothing. She actually went to her page 2 days ago and she posts what's his face, Doobie's lie detector test, okay? And under it, this particular caption, before we read the caption, I want you guys to check out the video and we're going to get into her caption.
Inappropriate sexual behavior between you and Wesley. Is that statement true?
I don't understand. I understand what she said.
That question's the same one that we reviewed. You say there was no inappropriate sexual behavior between you and Wesley.
Yeah.
Is that statement true?
No, it's not true.
So there was sexual behavior between you
and Wesley. Okay, I get what you're saying. It was kind of tricky.
What it is, the way these questions are asked, is so that if I'm called into court, I can testify that I know you were thinking about each of the questions.
You say there was no inappropriate sexual behavior between you and Wesley. Answer with a lie. You say there was no inappropriate sexual behavior between you and Wesley. Is that statement true?
Yes.
What happened was back in March 2019.
I'm sorry, did I answer one of them questions wrong? When she said answer truthfully,
there may have been one mistake.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake.
No more mistakes. You only get one mistake.
Okay.
That's why I say,
listen.
Answer with a lie. You say there was no inappropriate sexual behavior between you and... Answer with a lie. You say there was no inappropriate sexual behavior between you and Wesley. Is that statement true?
Yes.
Do you have your vape close?
Yeah, it was right.
Hit that puppy a couple times.
Why you saying that?
Because you're not staying focused.
I'm not.
You misanswered that question again.
It's like a tricky question.
Listen.
Which question is it?
You say there was no inappropriate sexual behavior between you and Wesley.
Uh-huh.
Is that statement true? So when you're told to lie,
Uh-huh.
the answer would be what?
Yes. No. Answer the question one more time, because that's the tricky part. I don't.
Okay, so you guys were able to hear that, okay? Tricky. It was a tricky question, right? Okay. Under this particular post, she captions, "This is the reason why we never seen David's results. David was asked only one relevant question to my son and the case, and the only question he was having problems understanding. After multiple explanations of this one question, you said there was no inappropriate sexual behavior with you and Wesley. Is that a true statement? In these clips, you can hear what his answers are. Having the doctor have to tell him what he's supposed to be seeing is insane. You hear his answers. How many times you have go over the same one question. Stop playing on my top. I'm not the liar here. The truth always comes out. I ain't never going to stop until my son gets justice. God got me and my son. And yes, I'm still going. I would die behind my son." Now, you guys, it's the comments for me. So here we have pretty ass Stoner, as she says he is struggling too hard on this. It's the guy questioning him, stressed. I see now why he went so hard. I see now. Then up underneath, Blue Gangster says, she says answer with a lie. Listen to the recording. He is being coached to go lie about whatever happened. To the mother, you go to hell and back for your son. Get the truth and justice for your son, period. This stuff really happens and people throw money to make it disappear, but fail to realize how traumatized the child may be if in fact this is true. Wouldn't you want to know the truth though? This is someone's son. Protect the children at all costs. No man is worth your child's innocence. What's wrong with this world? Now, as you guys know, that's kind of how I feel about the whole settlements exactly, that I feel like something happened to this child, period. Regardless with screws, without screws, or whatever, I just really just care more so about the son. No shade to the mom or anything like that, because she has to deal with the fact of the matter that something happened to her son and she doesn't know exactly. And that is sad to say the least, that sometimes you will never know, because some traumatic situations we tend to kind of want to disassociate ourselves with that. And if you guys have not been able to see, check out my documentary on childhood sexual abuse called When Time Stopped.
I can't even count, but numerous of times at night I'm always was taken to this back room and then molested. So I can't even count. But I wasn't okay.
And then it got to the point where he started to go a little further.
Get off my sister, you know, and I was just like, yeah, you know, because I didn't know, you know, what was going on. So was your abuse by females, males, or both?
Male.
So I would say around 7.
Because in that moment, we had all had a common narrative. They had been molested too, and 2 out of those sisters by the same person that was doing it to me.
He said, well, I want to ask you, are you gay?
We survived because it figured out how to, what to do if we blow a fuse. And the brain knows what to do if it believes it will destruct. It takes memories and it moves them offline so that we don't remember, so we don't have to deal with what the brain says is too much for us.
Drama every time you do something. No peace, nowhere. You're not looking at the spirit realm. In the natural, you look like a pretty cool brother. You're a pretty cool sister, but you can't get along with nobody. And every relationship, even the good ones that should have turned out into something good, can't turn out good because you're not aware of the spirit realm.
You'll be able to see in this documentary some experiences from myself and other individuals involved with this documentary, as well as some expert advice spiritually and as far as professionally, to give you an aspect of to give you a more in-depth perspective of why sometimes we disassociate ourselves from traumatic situations and why sometimes we can't remember, or why we kind of erase those memories, if you will. So in some cases, you can have some stories that sound scatterbrained for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Because you kind of want to disassociate yourself from the experience. So a lot of the memories are gray, you know what I'm saying? So, and then furthermore, you have a child that's trying to get out of a stage of imagination and then trying to come to terms of reality of exactly what the experience was, you know? But not for nothing, like I told you, she is in headlines not only for that, but Lord Jesus, reported by the Shade Room, FTN BAE arrested for violating permanent restraining order and stalking OTF Doodie low child. Okay, so it says according to the Shade Room that FTN BAE has been arrested for violating a restraining order and harassing OTF Doodie low. Okay, according to court documents, her charges include aggravated stalking after injunction for protection and aggravated stalking dating violence. Okay, this comes after Doodie Lowe was cleared of sexually assaulting her 5-year-old son. As you know, she alleged the sexually assaulted her son in 2021. FTN BAE later apologized on Instagram and said her son wasn't telling the truth. Okay, so as you guys see in the filings here, or what have you, she has a charge of it. And child, look, okay, here's my thing. And let's go ahead and get into this letter. I'm guessing it's from his attorneys, if you will. And then get this, you guys. This is in response to what I just read you guys, what we just saw with the test results, okay? And this is what I guess his attorney had to say in response. I'm just going to read the highlighted parts. You guys are more than welcome to read the document in its entirety, okay? So it says, it is my understanding that Miss Elder has alleged that the results of Mr. Salisbury assessment were the product of some kind of bribe, either monetary or other material compensation, or that the procedure administered to him was different than that she experienced. None of these allegations are true, nor do they have any basis in reality. The results of both assessments were based on the psychological data collected by psychological data collected and were not the product of any other promises and or compensation. Both Ms. Elder and Mr. Salisbury paid the appropriate fee for her and his assessment in advance, as clients are told that no one buys a test. It is unfortunate that Ms. Elder has chosen to walk the path she has, which from a distance appears to possibly be rooted in some disillusional obsession, possibly an attempt to monetize some perceived wrong, or equally possible, simply an inability to parent. Yikes. Child. So you guys know I haven't really spoke on FTN Baby. The whole situation is just very unfortunate. I feel like, in all honest to God truth, I feel like something did happen to her son. But I feel like as a parent that you do not put this situation on display like that, if you ask me. I don't feel like that is conducive to the well-being of the child. I feel like a lot of situations should be handled in the courts, and in some cases the courts isn't a public display, So as a parent my own self, and then as a victim myself, I feel like this should be handled with kid gloves, and I really don't think as a parent that she's handling it accordingly. However, in full context, she's a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I try to use that as an excuse because she's a grown woman in the same strength. However, she is a kid at the end of the day, and you can tell by her behaviors. And let's be real, you got some grown people that act like this, okay? Y'all be running y'all butt up over here all in my comments, acting erratic and emotional as I don't know what. But anyways, I digress, okay? Not for nothing. My thing is that it's a very unfortunate situation for all parties that are involved with it. I feel like that this is not something that she should continuously hound the pavement of the media streets, because frankly, people don't give a damn. They don't care. They really just want to see you fall. Not too many people want to see good positive images of a situation. Everybody loves the shit show. Everybody loves the mess. Everybody loves the drama. Not too many people really want to hear the truth in a lot of aspects. Even if it was to come out on down the line that he did do something, it's just like, well, no. It's, so at the very end of the day, as far as this young lady's parenting, I can't really contest because no part of kind of a CPS or child protective services at all have gotten involved with her. She doesn't have any cases on her when it comes to her children. So I can't really speak on that. Nothing has came across any kind of court system. I mean, case in point, let's look at the likes of Black China, who has been out in these media streets looking crazy, high as a freaking kite, allegedly, okay? And looking so disturbed, but I mean, nothing has transpired when it comes to her beautiful daughter. So my thing is that how a person looks doesn't really, tell you how a person look as a parent, okay? Just how they depict themselves out there does not display how they are at home. Prime example, you got your kids that you train them and taught them well, and then when they get out in this world, they act a plumb dumb fool. Is that reflective of you? Not necessarily. Sometimes it can be, but sometimes some behaviors are taught, okay? But I am not giving this young lady any kind of way, shape, or form of excuse. I'm just saying that this situation is just unfortunate all the way around. Our Black men being wrongly accused all the time? Absolutely. Do I believe this is a situation as such? I mean, at this point, He was not found to be guilty of the specific allegations that was drawn on him. However, it is a new charge, a new case that is been brought up that she is filing against him in regards to just, I guess, the allegations in a whole, not the specifics with the nails and stuff like that. Just something happened to him, and we believe it to be you. You know what I'm saying? Now we just got to see how this rolls out. You know, it's unfortunate that it's gotten so messy as it is, because I remember when I first heard the allegations and saw the story, I was just like, oh no, oh wow. But then to hear that she did a police report, I was like, kudos to her, you know. But now all the other details are coming out, and it's kind of like, ugh. But as you guys know here, I'm about evidence over emotions, and I don't always just go off of what I see and or hear. I need the full context in regards to everything, you know, and I just am not a surface level individual. And unfortunately, this does look bad on her part as an individual. And it do kind of make you be like, well, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you leave this man alone? You know, especially if all these allegations, be it with it in respects to your child are true. Then, girl, I don't want no parts. You know what I'm saying? What, you know, and what are you doing that's violating? Are you, you know, trying to talk to him? Or are you at a distance? Are you trying to bash him over the head because what he did to your child? And see, this is another situation that shows you that in some cases you can't really handle everything yourself, that you really, literally, seriously have to put everything in the law, in the hands of the law. Because when you try to take matters in your own hand, you get restraining orders, you get violations, and you get things that that happen to you because you're trying to strong arm the law and trying to take things in your own hand. But I don't know, you guys. That is a video. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below while you're there. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, okay? I love you guys so very much, but most of all, God loves you, and you guys stay blessed. Bye. What up, you guys? Whitney D here with Whitney D TV, and we have merch! Check it out in the description box down below.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute and get the boot.